Surely you are familiar with the main features of the four giants that we are focusing on today, so we will only briefly mention what is inevitable, and actually focus on curiosities that are still largely unknown. And no, that doesn't mean we're going to forget about comparing heights and volumes, because that's why we are here, right? But what we are fundamentally going to do is get to know four of the buildings that, by their own right, expand the meaning of the magnitude concept. And that's something only within the reach of constructions that have left their mark on an era. Because architecture not only constructs spaces, but also shapes our experiences and redefines our relationship with the world around us. And there's no one better than our first target to understand that. Welcome to the Empire State Building. This icon, not only of New York City but also of architecture in general, and even a new era, was constructed between 1930 and 1931 and officially opened on May 1st of the same year. It stands at a height of 1,454 feet, 443.2 meters, to the top of its antenna, 1,224 feet, 317.3 meters, at the observatory on the 102nd floor, and approximately 1,050 feet, 320 meters, at the 86th floor observatory, and for decades was the tallest building in the world. Its total built area covers about 2,250,000 square feet, 208,879 square meters. That's a little over 41 football fields. But let's set aside the usual facts and move on to some curiosities. The Empire State Building was originally designed with a landing platform for dirigibles at its top. However, it was found that in practice, mooring was much more complicated than anticipated, and its use was discarded. It was also considered that due to its height, it would be suitable as a center for radio and television transmission, and it served that purpose since its construction in the 1930s. In fact, in 1931, the Empire State Building became the first skyscraper to broadcast a live television signal. Currently, it houses a plethora of antennas and transmission equipment at its pinnacle. In 1945, a United States Army B-25 bomber crashed into it due to dense fog. The impact resulted in 14 deaths, 3 crew members and 11 office workers, but did not cause significant damage to the building's structure. The only significant renovation of the building took place between 2009 and 2013 and involved the replacement of its over 6,500 windows to enhance its sustainability and energy efficiency. Let's move from the venerable elder to the slender infant. Here stands the youngest of the four riders, the One World Trade Center. Built between 2006 and 2014, it has a height of 1,368 feet, 417 meters, at the tallest point of the rooftop, and 1,776 feet, 541 meters, including its towering antenna at the top. This measurement symbolizes the year the Declaration of Independence of the United States was signed, 1776. Its base is a perfect square with sides of 200 feet, 61 meters in length. The total built area is approximately 3,500,000 square feet, 325,279 square meters. That's about 65 football fields. The building has 104 floors, though only 94 are occupable. The observation deck on the 102nd floor of the One World Trade Center provides panoramic views of the city of New York and its surroundings. The building's windows are designed to be highly reflective during the day. This allows the building to visually merge with the sky and the surrounding environment. The lobby of the One World Trade Center features an art gallery with rotating exhibitions that highlight the history of the World Trade Center and its reconstruction. It's the turn of the Great Chicago. Whether we call it Willis or Sears, we're facing one of the most recognizable and admired skyscrapers in the world. In fact, beyond the picturesque criteria of the CTBUH, it has been the second tallest building, after the Empire State, at rooftop level for the most years, because we're talking about nothing less than 1,450 feet, 442 meters, and approximately 1,729 feet, 527 meters if we count the antennas, built between 1971 and 1973 at an updated cost equivalent to 1/3 of what the One World has cost. It boasts 108 floors and a usable area of around 4,562,823 square feet, about 423,000 square meters, or in other words, about 83 football fields. The tower features an innovative structure consisting of 9 square tubes that come together to form a single unit. Each tube has its own support system and can function as an independent building. On the 103rd floor, you'll find a tourist attraction called Skydeck Chicago. From there, you can enjoy a panoramic view of the city and Lake Michigan. The Skydeck also includes 4 glass balconies that extend from the building, allowing you to see the ground from 1,353 feet, 412 meters in the air. In 2009, energy efficiency improvements were implemented, including the installation of more efficient glass and energy-saving technologies. The Willis Tower is LEED Gold certified, showcasing its commitment to sustainability. To conclude our journey, let's focus on the most cherished among all American giants, the iconic Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, tragically destroyed in the September 11, 2001 attacks. While in this section, we will specifically delve into the North Tower, the taller of the two. It had a 2-meter advantage over the South Tower due to topographical and aesthetic considerations. Built between 1968 and 1970, with a rooftop height of 1,368 feet, 417 meters, and reaching an impressive height of 1,727 feet, 525 meters, including the transmission antenna, this tower reigned as the world's tallest until the completion of the Sears Tower in Chicago in 1973. The usable space encompassed 4,868,000 square feet, about 452,000 square meters, equivalent to approximately 85 football fields. Collectively, the usable space of both towers totaled an astonishing 9,559,000 square feet, approximately 888,000 square meters, roughly translating to 166 football fields. It's estimated that the Twin Towers typically accommodated a combined total of around 50,000 to 60,000 occupants. As an interesting fact, the Twin Towers provided refuge for peregrine falcons, which found these skyscrapers to be ideal nesting sites. Moreover, despite the era's lesser focus on ecological awareness during their construction, the Twin Towers embodied environmental friendliness to some extent. Each tower ingeniously collected and repurposed approximately 40,000 gallons of rainwater to sustain the green areas within the complex. And thus concludes this brief narrative of facts. However, this farewell wouldn't be complete without enjoying a comparative image and also taking in a panoramic view of these structures integrated into the heart of downtown Manhattan, as a tribute to the indelible memory of the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. I trust you've found this journey enlightening and captivating, and that some of the curiosities surrounding these 4 beacons of contemporary architecture have piqued your interest. If that has indeed been the case, I consider the video's objective fulfilled. Until our next encounter here at Magnitudes, thank you for joining us in this visual and informative exploration.